Bizarre crimes and punishments of ancient Rome. 1. Lex Papia Poppaea. Did you know that in ancient Rome, staying single could have consequences? The Lex Papia Poppaea, enacted in 9 AD, was a law designed to promote marriage and childbirth among Roman citizens. It imposed penalties on high-ranking individuals who chose to remain single or who married slaves. There are many consequences, and some are not directly mentioned, but according to some sources, it included losing half of any money or property they were supposed to inherit. The law later extended these penalties to all classes of Roman citizens and also offered certain privileges to those who had multiple children, which means if you weren't married, you missed out on these privileges. 2. Punishment of the sack. This was a very severe and most feared punishment of the empire. If anyone killed his father, mother, or another relative, the criminal would be put into a large leather sack with a bunch of live animals like a dog, snake, monkey, and chicken. Then, the sack would be sewn shut and thrown into a river. 3. Tarpeian rock. This was a punishment for people who betrayed Rome. The person would be thrown off a very high cliff called the Tarpeian rock. This was considered a very shameful way to die and was used for very serious crimes like treason, murder, and lying under oath. If they survived the massive fall, there would be men waiting at the bottom to finish the job. 4. Cremen incesti. The term was specifically used to describe the crime committed by a Vestal virgin who broke her vow of celibacy. The Vestal virgins were priestesses of Vesta, the goddess of the hearth, and they were bound by a 30-year vow of celibacy. If a Vestal virgin broke her vow and engaged in sexual relations, she would be sentenced to a living burial. She would be placed in a small underground chamber with a limited supply of bread, water, and a lamp. The chamber would then be sealed, and the Vestal virgin would eventually die of suffocation. If you lived in ancient Rome, which of these punishments would you consider to be the worst to get relative to the others? Share your thoughts in the comments.